Hello DC fans, this is Tim here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Forever Evil, issue number 1. This is the first DC's world or universe-wide event for the New 52. And the comic starts out at the end of the Trinity War. If you haven't read that, it's basically the end of the Justice Leagues and the end of the superheroes, and it's when the crime signet comes in and basically takes over the world. So the comic starts out with Lex Luthor, and he's trying to buy Cord Industries. The helicopter crashes because they're both in a helicopter. Lex Luthor does this thing where he threatens his family, yada yada yada. But long story short, the helicopter crashes and we see Ultraman, which Lex Luthor still thinks is Superman, flies in and grabs Kryptonite, which basically works with like Bizarro. Kryptonite is Ultraman's strength, and the sun weakens him. So as we see here, we find out that Lex Luthor is a little bit confused seeing the U on Superman's or Ultraman's chest, so that's when the suspicion starts. But what the Grid does, aka Cyborg malfunctioned, he makes all the computers, every technology in the entire world shut down and release a message saying the world is ours. So then we get to move into the main focus of the comic, which is Nightwing, which I absolutely love. They're really focusing on Nightwing being a big part of Forever Evil, which I'm going to make a separate video on my suspicions on what's going to happen to him at the end. So for Nightwing's talking to Batman, Batman's not responding. Nightwing's actually leaving a message, thinking everything's okay. But once the lights go out, he's driving, because the lights in the whole world goes off by the Grid. He's about to drop off Victor Zsasz at Arkham Asylum when all this happens. And he sees, I'm pretty sure it's Superwoman, rip open the doors of Arkham Asylum and release all the inmates. So Nightwing's like, oh, I need help. And Nightwing gets beaten down by Superwoman without Nightwing knowing who it is, and gets unconsciously dragged out by her lasso. So next we get to see the Rogues going to Central City to break out the Iron Heights Penitentiary, when we get to see the Flash come in to release all those villains. So basically what we're seeing here is the villains of the DC universe are realizing all the prison breakouts, because basically what the crime signet is doing is building together an army of supervillains, aka Forever Evil. So then we get to see that once all the villains are getting grouped together, these people are getting little coins that are like a communicator, the only communication actually in the works, because everything else is shut down besides the one coin that basically it's basically like an invitation to the secret society, which basically every villain got. So we get to see an opened up page, which is like you get to open up, so it's 4 pages long, of the crime signet talking to basically every villain in the DC universe. You don't get to see them all, obviously, but you get to see a mass majority of them. So the villains are talking. Oh, one of my favorite parts is someone's like, oh, the Joker's here somewhere. He's just wearing someone else's face. So that's pretty funny. Now, I'm going to get into the Joker topic later, but so the villains they're all grouped together, they're all realizing, oh, this is fake, and then they get to see that the crime signet throws down Aquaman's trident, Superman's cape, Wonder Woman's lasso, and they're all getting confused. So as they're talking, they're like, wait, this is the Justice League, we're in setup. So what they realize that Superman blasts the shit out of his ray gun and kills one of the villains. Actually, I don't even know who it was, some guy with an eye patch. I guess it's not guy popular, they're just gonna kill him randomly in a page. So anyway, he kills him, and that's the guy's like, okay, dude, they aren't the Justice League, because the Justice League doesn't kill. So Wonder Woman brings out the face of Nightwing. It says, this is one of your heroes. Takes off the mask. This is amazing. Wonder Woman takes off the mask of Nightwing on live television so everyone can see, and exposes Nightwing's secret identity to the world. That blew my mind. So everyone knows that Dick Grayson is Nightwing. Besides that, they're gonna find all of the heroes that, like, because like they only took down the Justice League. They didn't take down the Teen Titans, which is going to be a big part of this also. A lot of the young heroes, which is pretty damn interesting. Obviously, I don't like the Teen Titans, but this is obviously going to be tied into Forever Evil, so Jeff Johns will obviously write the Teen Titans amazingly. So, anyway, the big part of this comic is Nightwing is exposed as Dick Grayson. He no longer has his secret identity, which is amazing. So that basically ends the meeting of the Secret Society, and all of the villains are just like, okay, we're listening to you now. So one last thing I want to talk about is Ultraman walks out and sees the sun, which I said weakens him, so he just pushes the moon in front of it because he's fucking Ultraman. So now the whole world is darkened because, aka the name of the comic, Nightfall, yes, Nightfall, that's pretty funny, hence the name, that all the secret society is joined up. The only superheroes left are basically frightened out of their mind, and we get to see that the whole world is dark because, well, the moon's covering the sun. So the comic ends with Lex Luthor, basically what it started with, narrating, saying, in the beginning of his narration, he says how he was about to save a cat from a tree at a young age, and the cat scratched him, so he threw it into a river. And he says, I thought about that cat over the years, about whether or not I should have jumped in after it. That stupid cat caught up in the tree. So, basically, what Lex Luthor is saying, that we need Superman. Lex Luthor is saying that this crime syndicate, he's the one villain that's, like, in his right mind, saying, well, I'm not taking over the world. If I'm not taking over the world, they're certainly not taking over the world. So, Lex Luthor is like, where is Superman? So, my expectations have been way overdone. I give this comic a 9.8 out of 10. I know it's hard to get a 10 out of 10 on my channel. But anyway, I give it a 9.8 out of 10. So now I'm going to talk about my final thoughts. I think Lex Luthor is going to end up finding where the Justice League is, because obviously, no, they're not all dead, okay? It's fucking comics, okay? They're not dead. So Lex Luthor is going to find out where they really are. I don't know, I couldn't even guess to begin where they are, but that's my guess there. Now, on my last topic is the Joker. This is pretty random. Now, having a whole storyline with all the villains in the DC Universe, not having the Joker is pretty freaking crazy, guys. The Joker is the #1 villain in comics in general. So having a storyline like this and not have the Joker in it is, like, huge. I mean, obviously, I like that. I'm like, okay, cool, we can have a storyline without the Joker. Obviously, we get every other villain. But, personally, I think the Joker will make an appearance at the end. I think he'll make an appearance towards the end of it. I don't think he's going to make... He could either make a huge appearance saying, ooh, I'm the boss behind everything. Nah, it's pretty stupid. I think he'll end up making an appearance in general. I don't think he'll stay, but he'll just show the face. Because they already mentioned the Joker in general, which obviously they have to. But anyway, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Did you pick up this comic? If not, you should probably order it on the app. I honestly had troubles at my comic book store. Every DC comic on the shelf was sold out. Now, yes, I do have a pull list, which I'm going to make a video about tomorrow. But this week, with the Villains Month, they didn't, like, my comic book store owner didn't put, like, pull list up, so it was difficult. So I got Forever Evil. I ended up spending 20 bucks just for 2 comics. But it was worth it, so you guys can hear my review. Anyway, that's the end of my review. I want to have a bunch of questions for you. Did you pick up the comic? Did you like it? What do you think about the Joker? What do you think about the villains? What do you think about Lex Luthor? What do you think about the crime syndicate? Tell me everything in the comment section below. And if not, tweet me. I will respond to you. Ask me any questions. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, guys. You are some great viewers. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.